I know that we can't give up on the fight, right? Like I think yes, this is a moment to grieve and be upset and be mad, but at the end of the day, you also cannot give up, right? Because if way back when women just sat down and were like, well, they're not gonna allow us to vote, so we're just never gonna fight for a right to vote, then we wouldn't be able to vote today in 2024, right? So I think yes, the grieving period is necessary, but we also cannot just stay stagnant, right? Like the fight continues, be mad, be angry, but you got to continue to fight, right? Because we cannot go back. I don't care about the Make America Great Again, whatever. I'm telling you right now, thankfully, my mouthpiece, honey, is the best thing I got. So I could go back and forth with you anytime. I don't care because the rhetoric, the hateful rhetoric is only going to go up. And to that point, like I was mentioning, Donald Trump hasn't even been sworn in, and you have these people spewing hate. Listen to this clip by this guy by the name of Nick Fuentes.
The feel when you're totally not pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
First of all, I hope I see this guy outside because I will let him have a piece of it. But if you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, he's a American far-right political pundit and live streamer who promotes white supremacist, misogynist, and anti-Semitic views. He's a former YouTuber, and all the things. So this is like somebody, he's a racist guy that is on social media and has a lot of followers. But when I saw this makes my blood boil. Like I already have big eyes, but I feel like I was the Hulk. I'm like, first of all, like you, can't even go ahead because I can't even speak. I have so much to say. Meet me outside because we gotta talk. You got all this to say behind the camera, but I promise you, if you was in front of people, mute because that's how half of y'all are. That's how people are. This is another thing. If you are a racist, I prefer you be like upfront with it, whatever. Like, let me know where you stand. But there's so many people that are undercover. Like, it could be your friends, your whatever. That's another thing that people are like, oh, well, this is how you knew you was a Trump supporter. They're like, why do we have to disagree? Jesus is king. Like, just all of this stuff that is like, girl, we could disagree about pineapple on pizza. We could disagree about how you prefer coffee over tea. We could disagree about you preferring, Marshalls over H&M. But we are not about to disagree if your disagreement, right, or what you prefer is oppressing me and my people. You know what I'm saying?
I know Shayla is.
Fuentes. Go ahead, Robert. What you gotta say to this man?
So Shayla, when I say this, I just know Shayla's gonna be like, "That's not what we both think." I just know it. But when I saw this, like, the first thing that came to my head, like literally while watching it, like my blood started to boil, especially when he let that bitch word come out. It came out hard. It came out hard. I was like, some of y'all like don't die by natural causes at a high enough rate for me, right? And it's just like sometimes I'll be looking at God and I'm like, I just know this can't be what you left me with.
Like, I just feel like because Donald Trump won, and again, I don't care what y'all got. I know I do care. I don't want to say I don't care what y'all got to say, but because I feel like Donald Trump opens the door and it helps people feel more empowered to share their racist and sexist opinions. And i.e., I'm going to show you guys. So this is another thing, right? I'm going to see, y'all know this is live production. If I could do this, because I want to show us though. Dang, I can't do this, but y'all see this. Let me play this again.
You're about to be
Okay.
my choice forever.
All right. So yeah. So that's Nick Fuentes right here, right? He was like, he tweeted that the your body, my choice forever. And then Andrew Tate, who is another guy that he was arrested for like.
Wait, Andrew Tate, ain't that the dude? No, that's somebody else. I was thinking about Caldwell. I was about to say, I ain't gay no more. That one.
No, but Andrew Tate, he had like some legal battle with like sex trafficking or some weird stuff that had to do with women. So he tweeting about some 20 if you voted for Trump, I refuse to have sex with you. And y'all see the thing he posted, that little skeleton thing at the bottom right. And then he also posted, because we're going to talk about this 4B movement that people are talking about. No, it has nothing to do with hair. I thought it did, but it does not. And 24 hours and Trump has stopped hoes being hoes. Now oh my God, this is blowing me. 24 hours and Trump has stopped hoes being hoes, AKA because of this movement, which we will discuss.
He said you don't even need an abortion.
Well done. Well done, Mr. President. So this is what the 4B movement is. Also, no, let me talk about Boosie before we get into the 4B movement. Because there be people like this. Like, stand behind what you want to stand behind. But like, don't be flippity flop. You know what I'm saying? He talking about some Trump. He added Trump and was like, can you pardon me on my Fed case? I'm a nonviolent felon. The courts ruled that a nonviolent cannot be charged with the da-da-da-da. Just all of this stuff. Like, sir, your people are always talking about how him coming into office is going to hurt you and your community. And you're adding him talking about can you drop this case for me?
Girl, I already told you, I feel like people just don't die of natural causes at a high enough rate for me. Because like, I don't care how rude that is or how disrespectful it is or how y'all be like, oh, she told me to die. I mean, natural causes. I ain't wish you that bad of a death. Like, honestly. And I feel like Shayla and I are going to get into this we're getting into it right now. First off, the thing is for me, when I saw that Trump was winning, I was like, you know what? Y'all got it. Like, y'all got it. Like, unfortunately, decisions aren't made by just me. We live in a democracy where everybody's voices and opinions are supposed to be heard. For me, when I saw that, I'm like, honestly, if Trump does bad, y'all gonna see. But will y'all admit that? No. If Trump does good, who am I to sit there and say anything? Like, unfortunately, this is what I have to deal with.
I tell Rebecca, I was like, if I can't buy a house in the next 2 years, I'm dragging Trump. If my $100 bills, I need to stretch. $100 needs to be enough to buy food for the entire month, since he's such the great businessman that everybody loves, although he has been filed for bankruptcy, I believe, like 2 times. But okay, let's go ahead. So let me talk about, now we're going to move on to just
I just want to say really quickly, right? So luckily for Shayla and I, we live in New Jersey. So it's like a lot of the things, like, you know, thankfully every state is making their own decision. If you live in those type of states that don't allow you to make those choices, baby, I don't think come to Jersey, no, but look for a different blue state, you know? Like, luckily for us, a lot of the things that they're trying to ban for women isn't going to apply to us. But Governor Murphy next year is the re-election time for Jersey. So who knows what they're going to vote for? If this is how they was voting for Trump.
But also, that is the problem in America. I'm not going to say you specifically, because, you know, I always tell Rebecca always try to act like she don't care, but she do. A lot of people vote specifically just for their own well-being. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Like, we need to care about other people. Maybe that's just me and my ethics. Because again,
girl,
a lot of these things,
some people ain't worth caring for.
Okay, well, that's your thinking. I think that's exactly why we are where we are today. People are thinking selfishly. oh, well, my state is blue, or this has nothing to do with me, so I don't care about them. XYZ. And that's where we are. But let's move on to things that are happening, right? So social media is talking about a 4B movement. And this is what the 4B movement is. So this is according to NBC. It says the election of Donald Trump as the next US president has triggered a surge of social media posts and internet search instead in interest in South Korea's fringe feminist 4B movement. So the 4B movement calls on women to refrain from dating, having sex with men, having kids, and marrying men. How do you feel about this 4B movement?
I feel like I'm unintentionally a part of it.
That part.
Like,
That part.
but like, honestly, I get it. I get it, right? I do get it. But it's just like my whole thought process is like, if it's not you, it's just going to be somebody else. So it's like, if you standing firm on that, go ahead, sis. But they just gonna go to the next. It's really, I feel like it's really not gonna teach the lesson that y'all think it is, because like, as we see with this election, just because one group of women could feel some type of way or feel this way or feel like this is the best way, there's going to be a completely larger, different set of women who feel the opposite, who aren't even going to take part in it. So it's just like, if not you, then on to the next. Like, honestly, that's how I see it.
Yeah, so for me, like Rebecca said, I think I am a part of the 4B movement, not because I want to, just because the men right now, I don't know where the good men are. They seem to be non-existent. They really not in Jersey, and they don't seem to be in New York either. But
no.
I get it. I get it in the sense of like women taking ownership of their bodies. Like, if you guys are going to have these rules that are these laws that make it impossible for women to feel safe, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to healthcare and abortion, which has a very bad stigma to it. Abortion isn't just used when you want to kill a baby, right? Sometimes if you have a miscarriage, people take these abortion pills in order to remove the embryo, right? Like, there are health issues where you do need an abortion, but that's neither here nor there.
I also just wanted to say really quickly, right? Before I lose my train of thought, what was I going to say? I was going to say that when people like do these type of things where they're like, I'm taking control back of my body and stuff like that, I feel like that should just be a normal practice. I feel like a lot of times I see, especially the way I see like certain women that I know, you know, like these men are very free. A lot of these men be whores. Like, that's just really what it is. And it's just like, I see women just let them do what they want to them. Like, yeah, like, fuck my pH balance, basically. Like, that's what I feel like, take control of your body automatically. It doesn't have to be because these rules are, or like these laws are about to be put in place that are about to impact you. Like, have that type of discipline already. Because like, now look. Tell me, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.